I bet there are many of you out there like me, been searching for a skincare line that checks all the boxes. My name is Lisa. I'm a licensed esthetician. I've been an esthetician for 23 years. And of course, over that time span, I've used many, many different products. And I have found one called Beauty Society that I am obsessed with. I'm going to put some before and after pictures right here. I'm going to insert them so you can see what I'm talking about and the difference in my skin in just 6 weeks. These are a few side-by-side photos that I just put together. I cannot believe what a difference in 6 weeks. Look at my under eyes and just the overall tone and brightness in my skin. And if you look down at the lower right at my jawline, look at the difference. I mean, it seems subtle right now, but there is some definite firming that has happened here. So the purpose of this video is to go over a regimen and to go over the different steps. This is supposed to be broken down and made easy for the customer to be able to follow. And there are actives in this Beauty Society line that are no joke. They're clinical grade, like one step below what you would need to get a prescription from a dermatologist, which is awesome. Now, I have a few customers that just purchased the regimen, so this is targeted toward any new person that just got a regimen. To go over, I'm going to do my skincare right now. I cleansed, and now I'm going to do my steps so you can see, and I'm also going to go over a brief overview of all the other products that are in the line, because your skincare regimen is most likely not going to be my skincare regimen, which brings me to my skin questionnaire. There's a skin quiz on the Beauty Society website, and I'll have all of this stuff linked below. So I have a website, and you could do the skin quiz that is from Beauty Society, but I have a separate one that is my own, and it is a jot form, and you'll see that link as well. My link tree will be down there. Everything will be listed there. So you take that quiz, and then I'm going to be able to put together a regimen for you. First of all, my returning subscribers, look at my under eyes. There's no filter on this. This is just, you could tell, like, I mean, I'm going to be 49 in July. So obviously I've got things, like the fine lines, whatever. But my under eyes, if you look back on my previous videos, I have makeup videos where I do like a lot of color correcting for my under eyes because I need it. But dude, I mean, this really, you'll see in the pictures that I insert, the ones that I just did and the ones that are coming up as well. It's crazy. Okay, let me get into this, and I am going to make this as simple as possible. I'm going to go over some key ingredients. I'm not going to go over every single little thing because I'll be here for like 5 hours. I did jot some notes down, and I have them here of the things that I want to highlight in the products. So the first step 1, and it even says it like on the bottle. So here's a Beauty Society bottle. Step 1 is your cleanser, of course. And this is easygoing. It's a cream cleanser. We have 2 different cleansers. There's this one that is really good for sensitive skin, maturing dry skin that tends to be reactive, rosacea, stuff like that. So my skin tends to be a little bit on the sensitive side, so I like this easygoing. It's really good for removing makeup as well. There is one called Set Me Free, and that one is a pore clearing, like a clarifying cleanser. So that would be for the people that are mature combination skin. Again, we go over all of this with your skin questionnaire, and then I'm going to be able to recommend which one will be the best for you. Step 2, resurfacers. I think of these as like the powerhouse of the line, although step 3 is the rebuilders. We'll get into that. Those also are very active and they have great ingredients to rebuild the skin, but these are the resurfacers. So alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acids. Now, there are 3 different ones. And the first one, this fake ID, is glycolic acid and lactic acid together. This alpha hydroxy acids is what those are, and it is responsible to resurface the skin and to slough the dead skin cells off of your face. Now, glycolic acid is a smaller molecule, penetrates deeper into the skin, and it's good for acne. It actually does have acne-fighting properties, but it's also really good for hyperpigmentation, so melasma, sunspots, anything like that. It penetrates deeper into the skin, and over time, it actually does lighten those sunspots. The lactic acid that's included is a milder form of an AHA. So together, I think that's why this is so effective. And this is 10% glycolic acid. 10% glycolic acid is the strongest that you could get over the counter before like needing to get a prescription from a dermatologist. It's also time released. And this is not recommended for sensitive skin, although I have to say that I am a little bit on the sensitive side and I've had 0 reaction to this. I love this stuff. I personally like to use this in the evening, and I alternate nights between this and a retinol. So this is the all-nighter serum, and this is a retinol serum. And it's got other ingredients in there too, but basically the retinol, a lot of people know about retinol, and this is what you could get over the counter because retinoid is what you get from the dermatologist. It's a lot stronger. And there's a conversion step that happens in the skin with retinol, which is deemed safe to be used like by consumers. So you could get this over the counter. So let me see. Let me double check here. Yes, vitamin A. And oh, it also has vitamin D in it. This particular formula that actually increases the efficacy of the vitamin A. So it's a really nice blend. It feels really nice in the skin. Again, I've experienced no irritation with this either. So retinoids, they speed up the cell turnover. As we get older, after age 25, we start to, like the sloughing of the dead skin cells off, from the top surface layer starts to get longer and longer. It is usually 28 days, every 28 days, under 25. And then as you get older, it starts to stretch out. It goes to like 32 days, 41 days, So these kind of products, the chemical exfoliants, really help to slough that off in order to reveal brighter, fresher skin. So you don't have that dull looking appearance. The retinol actually just causes tells your body to pump out fresher skin. It's really remarkable. So that's why everybody's obsessed with retinol and retinoid, because it works. Now, in this particular formula, there is something called BTX, and that is one thing that Beauty Society prides themselves in having in their ingredient profile. And I don't know too much about it, admittedly, so I am going to research. I've read up about it a little bit so far, and one of the claims is that it increases the dermis, the thickness of the dermis by 10 to 15%. Now, the dermis is deeper in the skin. We have the epidermis, which is where all the dead skin cells are. I'm trying not to make this into a crash course of skin, but some people they do like to know this information. So basically, the dermis is underneath. It's a lot deeper, and that is where the wrinkles happen. That's where, the collagen and the elastin is produced. So I was like, what? It increases the volume of the dermis? Okay, now you're finally going to be able to see me put something on my face. This is my daytime skincare routine. So I'm going to go over the other step 2, and it is called True Salvation. And this one has alpha hydroxy acid and beta hydroxy acid. The alpha hydroxy acid that is in here is glycolic acid, the 10%, like I was talking about before, the strongest that you could get over the counter. The salicylic acid, beta hydroxy acids are for penetrating the pore and clearing out the pores. So the oil, dirt, dead skin cells, anything that would cause congestion in the pore, cause a blackhead, a pimple, BHA goes inside the pore to dislodge all of that. So since this has the glycolic acid, which is the AHA, that sloughs off, that's the resurfacing of the dead skin cells, plus the BHA, which is great for congestion and acne. So I'm 48 years old and I still, what is going on? I'm still getting pimples every once in a while. Not necessarily breakouts, but one or two here and there, and they drive me crazy. So I use this in the morning. Beauty Society has this in their description as being a little bit more gentle. So you could replace this if you were a little bit more sensitive and you have some congestion instead of using the fake ID. I use this at night and I've had no issues. And this I use in the daytime. It is more gentle, and then also to break up any of this. So I just started using this actually because I was using the other things for 6 weeks, and I just picked this up because I was wondering if it could help. So right now, I tend to have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So what ends up happening is my pimples, as they're healing, it kicks up melanin in my skin, and it takes months to heal. So it gives this super purpley, oh my God, it drives me insane. So I'm experimenting with this to see if it is possible. I usually do 2 pumps because I put it everywhere because it has a glycolic acid, but I really concentrate right here. And these don't have any heads here. They're called papules, unfortunately. So I wanted to see if it could possibly penetrate. I don't know. I don't think it will. But I have to say that I did have one that did have a head, and this is already shrinking just from using this for a few days. Okay, so it feels very smooth. And this one is not as tingly as the fake ID. I could feel that tingling right away. Again, it must be with the combination of glycolic acid and lactic acid working together. Step 3s. These are also my favorite. These are rebuilders. You don't have to use all of these. More than likely, you'll only get 1, but you can combine 2. You could even combine 3. Me. I'm totally all the things. But of course, you don't have to get crazy like that. So I'm going to go over in order of how you would apply them. And like if you had like 2 or 3 or what have you. So the first one is called Poker Face. And this is actually like a wrinkle releaser. And it's a kind of like, it's a spot treatment essentially. So you put it on all the fine lines. Now, the main ingredient in this that is helping to plump up wrinkles is peptides, and specifically Matrixyl 3000, which is an incredible ingredient. I am obsessed with it. So peptides, and this has been scientifically proven, actually do encourage your skin to make collagen and elastin. And collagen production is also another thing that declines. It like goes off a cliff, like after 25 years old. And at a certain point, you're like, we're not producing collagen anymore. Under 25, you're still producing collagen. So the peptides have been scientifically proven to basically, they instruct your cells to make more collagen. It's crazy. Like, of course, I find this super fascinating. And, but in this particular formula, there's also a wrinkle relaxant in here too. So this you put on before any step 3. So I just got like a little spatula and I'm just going to grab like a little bit and put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to dab a few times and just get a little bit. And you literally just put it on and tap it in, fine lines. So this goes on before any other serum, the step 3s, and I'm going to go over right now. And also some people have 11s. I've got a 1. So, and it's, you know, kind of getting deeper. And I feel like I do see plumping in this area. Of course, none of these are going to be miracle creams, but anything that makes, you know, your skin look better and more supple. And I'm all for it. And then up here too, of course, like the forehead line. So I just like rub and tap. Also for crow's feet, you can do that too. And it's very, very light and it goes like right, just sinks right in. And just tap all along. Another thing about these products, I gotta tell you, like I could feel them on my skin, not in an irritating way, but like something is happening. Like it's crazy. And like I said, I've used so many different product lines and there are some things that obviously, like I was like, man, this stuff is really good. Like I saw changes in my skin, but nothing this drastic in a short period of time. Again, like you could see in my pictures. I mean, I'm like, where did this stuff come from? It's so good. Here are a couple of close-ups of the pictures that I showed before. So you could really see, especially on the under eye area, I just cannot get over it. Like what a major difference. And just even just the brightness in my skin. But man, look at this. Look at the discoloration that has been reduced and also the puffiness. It's just so crazy in 6 weeks. Next on the list is a serum called Drama Free. I think of this as everything and the kitchen sink because the way that it's described and because of the ingredients in here, it takes care of so many things. So this does restore the skin barrier, which is extremely important for everything, for maintaining moisture in your skin, for balancing the skin, all of that stuff. But there are also specific ingredients in here that are very impressive. So beta glucans is in here, and that is actually really good for wound healing. It's good for acne scars. So essentially, beta glucans strengthens the skin's defense against external stressors, you know, so environmental stressors like pollution, you know, stuff like that, things that would cause free radical damage, which ravage the skin and accelerates aging. So I specifically wrote this down. This is from the website. Actually, if you take a look at the information on the website, it says it challenges skin to correct itself. So that's in keeping with the way that I describe beta glucans and what they do. And also there's anti-inflammatory agents in this as well. So it's really great for redness. It's good for any, you know, like aggressive, like acne that's like super inflamed. So, and fine lines and wrinkles too, because it's got sodium hyaluronate, which is the hyaluronic acid, but sodium hyaluronate is a smaller molecule. So it penetrates deeper into the skin. And a lot of beauty products and skincare products have that ingredient specifically now. So this is an excellent one to have. And I use this pretty much twice a day. And again, I do 2 pumps. So I just grabbed just like 2 pumps of this Drama Free. And I do use a toner in between when I get to this step. I forgot to mention, when you're doing the retinol or glycolic acid, when you're doing your step 2s, never dampen your face and make sure your face is bone dry before you put your step 2 on. Not only can it irritate your skin because dampened skin, which is why I'm going to do it now, it actually encourages any product to sink even deeper into your skin. So of course, any acid could irritate you more. And in the case of glycolic acid, it could also decrease the efficacy of it. So it's kind of like you're putting it on, irritating your skin, and not really getting the benefit of it. So this is where I'll just use a hydrating toner. This one is just from Mario Badescu, and it's got aloe, chamomile, and lavender. So I just put a couple of sprays and then my drama-free. So yeah, so the sodium hyaluronate binds water to the skin, and I even put it like around my eyes. So it's totally safe to do. There's going to be nothing that irritates your eyes on this. So just a quick overview on some other step 3s. One of them is called Youth Accelerator, and it's kind of like this goldish. This is like the side of the bottle. So you can see like it kind of looks like a goldish color. And this has CoQ10 in it. I love CoQ10. It is an antioxidant, and it's amazing for combating free radical damage. So you get that from pollution, you know, environmental stressors, stuff like that. So this is really good. I don't use this all the time. This is actually called a glow serum, even from Beauty Society, because there's apple stem cells in here. So it contributes to a nice glow to the skin. So people really like this one to use. Sometimes I use that one in the morning after drama-free. It does also have vitamin C in it, so that's an antioxidant, and it also has an ingredient called agirreline, which is supposed to be nature's Botox, they call it, which is another ingredient that is said to relax the muscles, so to encourage, you know, the expression lines to not really form on your skin. So that's in there as well. And it also has the sodium hyaluronate, so that is in there. That ingredient gets put into a lot of stuff because it's amazing and it binds water to the skin. So a lot of times that is included in a lot of other formulations. Okay, another step 3. This one I recommend a lot because this combats sagging skin, and it is called Our Little Secret. Let me see where it is. Here she is. So this stuff is very, very watery, and you'll see that on the side. This actually reminds me of like one of those essence products that is really big in Korean skincare, if you're familiar with that. And it is in between, to me, in between a toner and an actual serum. So this is packed with peptides, and there are some things that I wanted to highlight in this product. Now, this one has matrixyl peptides, which is different from Matrixyl 3000, but this Matrixyl peptides, it's like a combination of ingredients that are put together in order to create collagen synthesis in the skin. So Matrixyl peptides are designed to stimulate the proteins in your skin, the collagen and elastin, and it's actually been scientifically proven to enhance skin's firmness. Now, I was never one that like believed in that. I've used firming creams before and they were okay. I didn't really like see anything. And I was always just like, you know, of the mindset, like you have to have surgery, you got to do a facelift, you got to do something, or, you know, go to a med spa and get some sort of a treatment to get firming. But I'm telling you, I mean, you could even see in my pictures that after 6 weeks, like I could see the firmness. I could feel it and I could see it. It's crazy. So this one I also use because it kind of has that essence, that like watery texture. So I am going to rehydrate my skin with the toner. And then this one is a little bit difficult to use because it's very watery. So a few of my customers actually got this particular product. So when you use it, sometimes I'll do like that, like a couple of pumps, and you'll see like how watery that is. And then for me, I think you could probably pat it in this way, but I find it easier to pick it up with my fingers. And then I start on my jaw and then I move up, and you could even go under your eyes. This one, you could even go around your eyes. So any sagging that you have around your eyes, of course, the jowl area, which I'm seeing a lot of improvement on, which is nuts to me. And then of course, down the neck. There's also some like nice botanical ingredients in here too, you know, which, you know, a nice ingredient profile in here, which you could see all on the website. Everything is disclosed. Everything is always listed. And you could look up what the ingredients do as well. One thing that I wanted to mention with this particular product is my customers that have just purchased, Beauty Society has crazy discounts, especially if you become what's called a Society Plus member, where you get, you know, like a subscription box, or you could even do it with some of the supplements or whatever. And there's discounts that you get every month. There's also product of the month where you get like 50% off. There's also cart deals where you get samples, like deluxe samples of things to try. So this is one that I did receive and my customers also received. So for the Our Little Secret, they didn't purchase their Our Little Secret yet because I was like, well, you already have this. Let's try it, see how you like it. And it's going to last like a really long time. So this, because it's so watery, for the people that did get this one, make sure that you barely squeeze it and you're going to get a drop. So I would say it'll probably be about 4 drops out of this thing to do your whole face. And, you know, just so you don't squeeze it too much because then you'll waste all the product because it'll shoot out. So you barely have to squeeze this in order to get this out. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it. Okay, we're still on step 3. And I know, like I said, you don't have to use all of these things. It depends on your personal skincare regimen and what you need. So I'm just going over as the overview. So I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed, but just so anybody that's new, depending on which one you have, I'm just kind of explaining what it does. All right, so this section of step 3 is the mousses. They also have like these mousse products, and this particular one is called Mission Accomplished. And these mousses they have active ingredients in them, but they're a little more nourishing because of the type of cream that it is. So this one is hydrating and plumping, and it has silver ear mushroom. And I am familiar with silver ear mushroom because I did use a lot of products with that ingredient in the past. It's basically really good for hydrating. It's like a hyaluronic acid type of situation. But one thing that intrigued me, and I did have to write this down, this is called Mission Accomplished DNA Cell Rejuvenating Serum. And it says that it removes cellular sludge that contributes to age spots. I was like, what? I got to read about that because that is interesting. So this is also supposed to be good for people with hyperpigmentation, melasma, sunspots because of that, I assume. So I've used this a few times. I really like to use this. Not that I have melasma, but it's still a really good nourishing product because it has other ingredients in it, like the silver ear mushroom, which is nice. So it's good for restoration. And sometimes I will use this as my step 3 after I use the fake ID because I feel like this one is a little more intense. So I feel like I have more nourishment with this particular one. Another step 3 that they have that's also mousse-like, I don't have it because it is intended for more oily, congested combination skin. It's called Activate, and it has activated charcoal in that one. So all of you out there that have oily skin, combination skin, congested skin, that is something that could really help you. And I've heard feedback from people that have used it that it works really well. The activated charcoal sops up oil. So anybody that's oily, that's going to be very helpful. There's niacinamide in the Activate as well. And niacinamide is basically vitamin B3, but it is really effective in minimizing the appearance of pores. You can never shrink a pore, but you could minimize the appearance of it. And of course, you're cleaning it out and you're detoxifying and the pore could appear smaller. So that one has been getting a lot of really good feedback. So that one is called Activate. Okay, the last mousse-like step 3 is my current obsession. Perfect Form. Again, I was talking about the Our Little Secret. This to me, they go hand in hand. Those 3 customers that I'm talking about, I did, they all got the Perfect Form. So this is for you, you know, like how to use it. And in conjunction with the Our Little Secret, that's what I've been doing. And that might be why I'm seeing such significant results in a short period of time. But I love this stuff. So this is listed as a neck and décolleté cream. So, of course, that's where you use it. However, I was reading up on this. There is an ingredient called eyeless in this. So eyeless is a newer ingredient that has come out. And as the name suggests, it is like for the under eyes. And it is for depuffing and for eye bags because it strengthens capillaries. Because what ends up happening is, you know, like as that starts to weaken and you could get fluid retention and buildup. And this eyeless ingredient is supposed to help to flush that out. I was like, man. So I think that has a lot to do with why my under eyes are looking so much better because I did have like more significant bags before I started using this. And this I've been using for a shorter period of time than the other things for the 6 weeks. So this I think I've only been using for a couple weeks. So this is also considered more of a spot treatment. And again, I'm going to use my little spatula just so I don't have, you know, like I'm not going in there with my fingers necessarily, put it on the back of my hand. And It's, like I said, it's supposed to be the neck and décolleté, but you could also put it on your fine lines like the poker face. So this also has the matrixyl peptides that is encouraging your skin to synthesize collagen and the elastin, you know, for those proteins. But it's a very intriguing product because then it has the eyeless, which is also responsible for firming and sculpting, which is where you get the firming and sculpting in your jaw. So what I've been doing with this is I'll put some around my eyes and then pat and smooth. And it says to do it only in the PM. I've been doing it twice a day and it's been fine. No irritation, nothing. And it feels really, really good. And then even a tiny, tiny bit on my eyelids because, of course, you know, get sagging up there now. And now I'm starting to get like the hooded eyes. And then fine lines. And do the same thing. I don't always use the poker face. I did it mostly for demonstration purposes, and I've been using this Perfect Form more. For me, this has been something that I've noticed much better results, even though the poker face, my sister loves it. She uses that one, and she's seeing results on that. She hasn't used the Perfect Form yet, though. And now I'll just take the rest, and this is the piece de resistance. You know, so this is the, look for the jowls and down the neck and décolleté. Yeah, this is the main claim of the Perfect Form is for the jaw and neck. You know, so there are a lot of befores and afters that you could even find on the Beauty Society for All page, which I should put that on my link tree as well. So you could like take, it's a Facebook page and there's customers that actually put their befores and afters. And there are some impressive befores and afters with this stuff. So yeah, and I'm seeing it on myself. So I am very, very impressed with this one. We are almost done. And I forgot to mention the vitamin C crystals. So I am just going to do a quick demo and I'm going to do it on the back of my hand instead of putting it on my face because usually I use this in the daytime. Vitamin C is said to be used in the daytime. It's an antioxidant also to combat free radical damage and pollution. You could put it on at night, but it has something to do with the vitamin C stores like in your skin that it would still help you in the morning, but generally people will put it on in the morning. Now, vitamin C is famously unstable. So there's different, that's why they're usually in a dark bottle when it's in liquid form, and it starts to turn like a different, it starts to turn like more of a deeper orange color because it oxidizes when it is exposed to air. So there are certain companies that do make the vitamin C in powder form that you mix with a serum and then it activates into a vitamin C serum. So of course, that's what these are. Now, you have to be careful with these because it is an acid. It's ascorbic acid is vitamin C. And a lot of dermatologists don't like the powder form because of consumers. You know, you have to be really careful with how much you use. So basically what the website says is a dime size amount. And I have a couple of customers that got these. So I am going to show you, let's say you could do it either in your drama-free, well, you could do it in Our Little Secret because the customers didn't get drama-free in their regimen. They did get Our Little Secret. So let me do it with that. Okay, I suggest to pour out the powder first instead of doing the serum first because if there's any clumps or anything in here, you could end up with way too much of the powder. And literally just sprinkle it. Let's see if I could do it to where I can show you. And see, for instance, I feel like that's too much. I would take like half and put it back in. So when you put it in here dry like this, and you don't have the serum in here, it'll be easy for you to do that. So then, they say it's a dime size amount, and you'll feel this because it is activated on your skin immediately. And then you just grab a serum and do like a couple of pumps. You could even do this in your moisturizer, but in the serum, it goes on your face first and it's thinner. And then you'll feel the granules dissolve. And again, you could probably just mix it and then pat it on your face. I like to pick it up like this. I don't know, I just feel like I get more on my skin. And then put it on. And you'll smooth it. And then you'll feel, sometimes if you do feel a little bit of graininess, it will go away. I suggest to do this after you do a toner, you know, just a refreshing toner. And that's how you put on the vitamin C crystals. Eye creams. My subscribers, you know that I made skincare videos before, and I have always said eye creams I always felt like they were like fluff. I never used an eye cream that really did anything that was so impressive to me. And I love eye balms, and I still use them, you know, so I have videos on that as well. And, you know, like shea butter, anything with like a base like that, I just feel like it locks in moisture more and it gives more emollients, especially around like this area, to keep moisture in. And as we get older, the moisture loss, blah, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff, like I was saying before. So I love using eye balms. Now, this is one of the Beauty Society products that's called IMMORTALIZE, and this is an eye cream. Look at this thing, it's huge. That's another thing too, is these products, like you do get a lot for like a big bang for your buck with these products. Yeah, they're a great size. I absolutely love that. Okay, so this eye cream, I think, is also giving me results because it is really good for dark circles. And those of you that know me, and you could look back on my previous videos, that I had way more darkness, like on my natural skin, like it was more purple, and it would really show up like on camera. So this also has peptides in it. I have this written down here in this particular product, and these are things that I just talked about previously. It has matrixyl 3000, you know, so that's, you know, the peptides again, vitamin C, vitamin E. Vitamin E is good for softening, and it's a good skin protectant as well. CoQ10, fruit cells, ceramides, sodium hyaluronate is in here again. So yeah, so combats dark circles, and of course, you know, like wrinkles, sagging, stuff like that. So I have seen, this one too, I could like feel it working, like when I put it on, but without irritation. Now, another thing that I do with this, and I've seen other people talk about this, they don't only use this on their under eyes, and it's safe to use on your eyelids as well. On the fine lines too, because of the peptides. So, and everything else, you know, the CoQ10, just everything, vitamin C, but very light lotion, very, very light. Tap, smooth, and then on the eyelids, it doesn't burn, nothing like that at all. And then anything, you know, because you could do half a pump if you only wanted to do it on your eyes, but I'm seriously seeing a big difference in my nasolabial folds and on this one situation I have going on up here. And then I'll just tap some of my forehead lines as well. Beauty Society also has another eye cream, and this one is called Upgrade. Now, this one has caffeine in it, and I use this in the morning. And when I use this, I don't use the IMMORTALIZE, and I'll use IMMORTALIZE at night. I don't use this all the time. I personally feel like I'm getting more results from the Perfect Form, because you saw me put that under my eyes with that eyeless ingredient, and then the IMMORTALIZE, you know, I'll put that on top. This I've used a few times, and it's pretty good. It does have a really, really nice applicator, so this will give you like that massaging. I didn't dispense any, but you can, and you could like go around and like really massage it in. And the caffeine in this is a, you know, depuffing agent, and it has green tea extract in here too, so it is an anti-inflammatory. It also has cupuaçu butter in it, which, like, again, I love shea butter, anything that's like super emollient. So that has that in here. So that is really nice for moisturization and keeping the area supple. So this is a really nice option. If I know people that have used this and they swear by it, they get like really good depuffing results with it. Me, I'm getting the depuffing from the Perfect Form and the IMMORTALIZE. Lesta moisturizer. Okay, so there are 3 different moisturizers. There is Anytime, Anywhere, and this one's called Love Thy Face. And then there is one, this is my personal favorite, it is called Polish, and look at how huge this is. This is 3.53 ounces. And everything else, let me see, what are these? 1.76. A lot of skincare, like they're huge, these containers. Many skincare items are 1 ounce. This one's 1 ounce, you know, so that's like in keeping more with like what you get in general, like in skincare lines. But yeah, 1.76, and this one's 3.5 because I did read on the website that you can put this on also on your body. Oh, this one's my favorite, but let me go over the other 2. Before I forget, there's actually 4, but I only have 3 because these are the ones that are more in keeping with my skin. There is one called Keep It Light. I probably should get it anyway just to see. It's oil-free, so it's for the oily skin people, and it comes in a bottle like this because it's a lotion, and it's just a lot thinner, but it does have the sodium hyaluronate in it, you know, to keep moisturization. Even though your skin is oily, you still need to moisturize because oil is not the same as water, as the moisturization moisturization that you need in your skin. The Keep It Light lotion, the oil-free moisturizer, also has provitamin B5, which is a really good skin protectant. So that's in there as well. So really nice formula, it sounds like, but I'll probably get it at some point just to at least see like what it feels like. So now we get into anytime, anywhere. And this one is really good for everyone, you know, so this is the medium moisturizer that is self-adjusting, they say. So it is good for people that are combination skin, maybe even oily skin, like if you're not too oily, and even drier skin, normal to dry skin. So it's time released, and it says that it self-adjusts to what your skin needs. So I have used this one. Everything else does not have a scent, which I am very overjoyed. A lot of dermatologists don't like scented skincare products at all. So I'm very happy to say that nothing has fragrance in it. This one seems to. It does smell like something, but it doesn't really have it explicitly listed as having a fragrance, I don't think, unless I missed it. But it didn't irritate me. It didn't do anything, you know, so this is a really nice one. My sister uses this one. She loves it. And now we get to Love Thy Face. This one is Miracle Moisturizer, it's called. So this one is really good for mature skin. This is a lot thicker, a lot more rich. So this one has the beta glucans as well. So the wound healing, really good for like acne scars, redness, you know, stuff like that. And then jojoba oil, shea butter is in here. I love shea butter for the skin. It's really, really good. So for maturing skin, fantastic. Emollient and keeps moisture locked in. And yeah. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. So I put like some of the key ingredients that I wanted to highlight like in my brief overview of each of the products. Okay, so now we get to my absolute favorite, which is Polish. So as you saw, it's got a big jar, and this is a gel moisturizer, which I really like, especially for the summertime. But I gotta say that I still feel that it's highly moisturizing, much more moisturizing than other gel moisturizers that I've used in the past. So you could maybe tell. And this one I'm going to use right now. And I just kind of take a couple just like that. Like you really do not need a lot at all. And it feels amazing. So it is a gel, so it's very, very light. But then as I'm smoothing it on, I could feel like the moisturization, like the slip is really, really nice on this. So this one does have the kupuasu butter. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. And, you know, so it has that emollients. That's probably where, you know, the slip that I'm feeling. It has marshmallow extract in it, which I know is also good for anti-inflammatory. It's got tamanu oil in it, and it is really good for combating acne because it's antibacterial. And like I was saying before, I'm slightly acne prone, and this has been really, really good. I have to be careful with certain products because I swear it'll be like the very next day I'll get like congestion, and this has not done that at all. The Love Thy Face I did use once, and anytime, anywhere I could use, and it doesn't do anything. But the Love Thy Face I used, I think it was a couple of nights in a row, and then I did get a congested pore, like a pimple, and I was like, I don't know, I probably have to wait until the winter, like when it's really, really dry, and then I probably won't have an issue. But while, like right now it's getting warmer, that's usually when this happens to me, and this has been so good. This also has essential fatty acids in it, which is great because we already have that in our skin barrier, and it just like enhances and strengthens the skin barrier, which is super, super important for everything. Like I said, to keep your skin balanced, moisturized, so you don't have any moisture loss. Dry, damaged skin, sensitized skin could all come from a compromised skin barrier. And then it has blueberry stem cells. So it's polished blueberry stem cell gel moisturizer, and it is listed as being good for combating damage from ultraviolet light, like the blue light, like from our devices. This is a total bonus. I'm going to talk about a couple of extras, and then we're done. So if you look at my past videos, I do have a couple of skincare videos up talking about facial oils. I love facial oils, and they do have one. Beauty Society has one called Liquid Luxury, and it is blue because it has azulene in it. Azulene is a wonderful calming ingredient, and it is derived from chamomile. That's the reason why it's this gorgeous blue. Blue Tansy also does this. I hope at some point, I should probably write Beauty Society and see, because I would love if they put blue tansy in one of their formulations. Blue tansy is antibacterial and amazing for the skin. So I have a video on that too somewhere where I use one from Bloom called Meltdown Acne Oil, and it's incredible for active acne pimples. So I would love to see blue tansy in one of their formulations. But in this liquid luxury, the Azelene is still very beneficial. It's an anti-inflammatory, like I said. So that would really like help to calm down any redness, and could be even from acne. Now, there are many people that are confused as to how to use a facial oil, or they're nervous to use a facial oil. There's different schools of thought on this. And just to briefly go over, on the Beauty Society website, it says to put this on before your moisturizer or mix it with a moisturizer. I differ on this. I like to put facial oils on top of a water-based moisturizer, because the oil is a bigger molecule, generally, depending on what oils you use, but generally it is a bigger molecule, so it sits on the surface of the skin and does not penetrate in. So it actually acts as an occlusive, which is what you want, because it will keep all of the goodness of the other ingredients you had underneath from leaking out and from evaporating from your skin. So this formula has plant oils, and plant oils are very lipid rich, which is very important for our skin barrier, because our skin barrier contains lipids in the form of cholesterol, essential fatty acids, ceramides. All of that comprises your skin barrier. Very important to keep that intact, to keep from your skin getting sensitized, overly dry and dehydrated. So having this as an occlusive on top of water-based moisturizer could really, really help. So that's exactly what I do. I just literally just take, I'm going to do it like this instead of in the back of my hand, so you can see that beautiful blue color. And then you don't need much at all. Literally, this I don't necessarily do like on my fingertips, and I'll just kind of pat, and it smells so good. And I'll just pat on top of my moisturizer, my water-based moisturizer, and you could even go like around your eyes, and you can see like I'm like super glowy now. Another extra they have is a lip mask, which I don't hear many people talk about, or at least I haven't seen anything lately about it. But at first when I looked at this, I was like, it looks like a lotion, but it's got shea butter in it. It's got glycerin. Glycerin is a really good like skin conditioning agent, and it's got, does it have jojoba seed oil? Yeah, I think it does, which jojoba seed oil is the most compatible with our skin, because jojoba seed oil is almost the same consistency of our sebum, of our natural skin oil. So it works really well. So a lot of products, a lot of skincare products have that. So this actually, it looks like a cream, but I put it on and I was like, man, this feels really rich and nice. At first I thought it would be thin, but it feels like Laneige, that lip mask, like that kind of consistency, like that barrier. So yeah, I really like this stuff too. Now, Beauty Society has masks, and one of them is called Baby Calm Down. And as the name suggests, this is supposed to be really good for when you have excessive redness. You need to calm your skin down. And it's really good for sunburns as well. So hopefully I don't have to find that out, because sometimes I have gotten sunburn. As you can tell, like I'm a little on the lighter side. So hopefully I don't have to use it for that. It has that allantoin ingredient, which is really good for being an anti-inflammatory. It's got provitamin B5 in it. And it also has green tea extract. So all of those things are anti-inflammatory. And it does have, on the website, it has the chemical name of, like the proper name for like the licorice extract, and that soothes on contact. So that is actually, once you put that on your skin, it like really just dissipates like the, any itching or burning that you get. So this is supposed to be a really good thing to have on hand. Beauty Society also has one for oily skin, a mask for oily skin. It's called Let's Face It. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called Let's Face It. I don't have it because I don't have oily skin. It's a clay mask. So clay masks generally are good for combination, oily skin, congested skin. So that is available as well. Now, the last one, and the one that I do have that I really, really like, is called Saving Face Anti-Aging Foaming Facial. And this stuff is very intriguing. I've used oxygenating facial products before, and it feels really nice. I am going to do like a separate video where I do a demo on this so you can see it. And it is supposed to be oxygenating, which is pore cleansing and detoxifying. Now, this also has allantoin, so that's that anti-inflammatory ingredient. It has sunflower seed oil, which sunflower seed oil is in a lot of different products, facial skincare products. It's really rich in vitamin E, so it's really good for like softening the skin. And this stuff has that advanced BTX in it, I talked in the beginning of the video about, you know, that I want to read up on it a little bit more, that it could increase the volume of the dermis by 10 to 15%. So I specifically wrote this down because I wanted to say what it says on the website. Advanced BTX also purges carbon dioxide from the skin cells. So it refreshes the skin, and it also says this ingredient helps to relax the facial muscles. So it has like that type of kind of like that natural Botox element to it as well. But for the most part, like oxygenating facial products are for like detoxifying, purging, clearing of pores and stuff like that. So I have really enjoyed using this, and this you could do like 1 to 3 times a week. Okay, that's it. That is my intro to Beauty Society, and especially for first-time customers. And you saw me do my regime. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help. And I have my text number in the description box, and also that's on my link tree as well, because my customers, a lot of times you could text me. I have a text service number, so it's a lot easier and faster to communicate with me that way because I get those notifications quicker. Now, one more thing I wanted to add is that Beauty Society has refills. So it's a refill program. So all the bottles that I just showed you, once you purchase like your initial kit, then when you get your refills, they come in these little pouches and you refill your bottles. And of course, these are discounted. They cost less than the actual, you know, packaging. And they are part of the Eden Forestation Project, I think it's called. You'll see all of this on the website if you take a look. And with every refill, they plant a tree. And they're very, very eco-conscious, this company. And it's really impressive to me. Also, everything is made in the USA. Everything is made in-house. They are based in Las Vegas, and they have chemists in-house to formulate these products. And I just like everything about it. But the main thing I like is that these products are producing results in friends and family that I could actually see them that are using these products now. And it's very impressive. It's not just me. So I am really excited to share this with you guys. There's my kitty in the back. Oh, I'm so happy that he made an appearance. Sometimes he comes back or now he's going to be meowing. He's going to yell at me because he wants attention. Okay. He's over there. Nap time. All right. So yeah. So basically, I'm really liking the way that this company also takes care of customers and the deals. You could combine coupon codes. You could take advantage of the monthly deals that they have. I mean, just like really, really cool stuff. And, you know, that you could try like different products. And I am always here to advise and to help you along the way. And the first thing that you just need to do is take a look at the skincare quiz, and I will have it linked there. It'll also be in my link tree. And once you fill that out, I will know what it is that you're concerned with, and I could put together a skincare regimen for you so you could get started. I really am so excited about this stuff. I mean, look at this. Aside from this situation that happens to me all the time, but just the clarity in my skin, and especially like around here, I am just super, super impressed. I hope that this was helpful. If you're new here, subscribe for more content and info that I will be putting out soon. And for my returning subscribers, thank you again for hanging out. I will see you soon.